What is up, Cryonics? In this video I'll be giving a visual guide for this week's normal time trial, RC Bandito time trial, and the premium race totaling over $300,000. Remember, the time trials can only be completed once a week for the full $100,000 payout. The premium race, however, can be completed in a limited amount of times with a 48-minute cooldown between each win. Also keep in mind that rocket-powered / flying vehicles cannot be used in time trials. So starting off with the time trial this week, which is Raton Canyon, I highly recommend either the Hakuchu Drag, Shotaro, Batty 801, or a BF 400 for this time trial. In terms of route, this time trial has a few shortcuts as you can see here, but the time trial in general is pretty easy, except for the first shortcut, which might be a bit tricky, but other than that, it's just following the dirt path. For this time trial, I will be using a fully upgraded Hakuchu Drag. Moving on to this week's RC Bandito time trial, which is Construction Site 2. As always, you need to own an RC Bandito in order to participate in these. So this RC time trial is a bit tricky, as it's one of the ones where you have to take it slow in most of the areas. For this one, just make sure you brake a lot before most of the corners, and make sure you're going slow when you're going off some of the ramps. You don't want to end up jumping high in the air and then messing up going off the side of the building, so just take it slow for most of those turns and you'll be fine. And lastly, when you use your brakes, make sure to press them in about halfway, not all the way, or you might lose control of your Bandito. And lastly, we have this week's premium race, which is taking off. This one is restricted to the supercars class. I highly recommend either the Emirates, Krieger, or the Vest 8 for this race. If you use the Emirates or the Krieger, this is going to be a very easy race for you, as you can full throttle pretty much the entire thing. Now if you use the Vest 8, you might have to let off the throttle for a few of the turns if you're getting slipstream. Now there is a small bump in the road right before the last turn that will make you lose traction if you're not careful. To avoid losing traction, just let off the throttle before that little bump and then get back on the throttle again once you've gone over that bump. If not, you will lose traction. So for this race, I will be using a fully upgraded Emirates. that's it, guys. Normal time trial this week is pretty difficult because of that beginning shortcut, but the rest of it is pretty easy, as I mentioned, just following the dirt path. The RC time trial this week, if you've never done it before, might take a few tries, but just take it slow for most of the turns and you'll be fine. And this week's premium race is very easy as long as you just let off the throttle before that bump I mentioned. Other than that entire race is pretty much full throttle and just being kind of strategic with the slipstream. Again, remember guys, you can earn over $300,000 between the three this week, and setting yourself to go to beat them is always a lot of fun in my personal opinion. Let me know which one you found most difficult and what vehicles you used down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.